Good afternoon, one and all. In this video, we are going to discuss about different transistor configurations and the characteristics of different configurations, transistor configurations, means input characteristics, output characteristics. Based on that current amplification factors we are going to discuss, and also the relationship between current amplification factors, that are alpha, beta, gamma, etc. we are going to discuss. Okay, let us discuss about different transistor configurations. As already we discussed in the previous video, we discussed about transistor and transistor construction and working principle of transistor. Okay, after which let us discuss about the different transistor configurations. So these characteristics are, these configurations are classified based on which terminal has been taken as common. So based on that, the configurations are three types: common base configurations, common emitter configuration, common collector configuration. So in common base configuration, base terminal is used as input terminal as well as output terminal. Therefore it is called as common base configuration, simply CB configuration. Next, common emitter configurations. In this, emitter terminal is taken as common, which can be used in the input and output terminals. Simply it can be called as CE configuration. Next, common collector configuration. Common collector configuration, in this the collector terminal is used as common to both input and output. Simply it can be called as CC configuration. Let us discuss elaborately about different configurations. The first one, common base configuration. Here in this figure you can see the base terminal is taken as common to input and output. As we know, for any system it requires two input terminals and two output terminals. But whereas in transistor we have only three terminals. Therefore, the one terminal is taken as common to input and output. Therefore, these configurations. So here in this first one, common base configuration, base terminal is taken as input as well as output, since it is a common terminal. Therefore, it is called as common base configuration. In the above figure, the second one is the represented common base with a circuit symbol. This is the transistor symbol which has three terminals: emitter, collector and base, or emitter, base, collector. So here the base is taken as common to input and output. So in the input now we can see the two terminals as emitter and base, whereas at the output side the two terminals are collector and base. Here base is common to input as well as output. So this is how the transistor can be connected in common base configuration. Next, common emitter configuration. In this, the emitter terminal is taken as common, means below terminal E. E represents emitter. Emitter is taken as common to input and output. Therefore, now by using the transistor symbol, the second figure in the 2.4.b, the second figure shows the common emitter configuration basic circuit, which is drawn by using the circuit symbol, transistor circuit symbol. Here the emitter is taken as input and output. Now the input terminals are base and emitter. Next, output terminals are collector and emitter. Next, third one, common collector configuration, CC configuration. In the CC configuration, collector is taken as input and output, that is common. Now the input terminals become base and collector and the output terminals become emitter and collector. So we have to take care while drawing the circuit by using which configuration. Here, this is complete circuit diagram of common base configuration circuit. Here in this circuit, the base terminal is taken as common, which is used as input in the input as well as in the output. Therefore, now the input terminals are emitter and base and the output terminals are collector and base. As we know, the emitter junction should be always in forward bias, whereas the collector junction should be always in reverse bias. By the circuit symbol, we can say this is NPN transistor because the arrow mark at the emitter terminal is out of the circuit. Therefore, it is NPN transistor. So, NPN, both emitter and collector are made up of with N-type material. Therefore, while connecting the transistor in the circuit to made emitter junction as forward bias and collector junction as reverse bias, these VEE, VCC are should be connected like this. Here, the base is made up of with P-type material. Therefore, in order to make the emitter junction as forward bias, so the base is P terminal. Therefore, at the input side VEE, battery VEE, positive terminal is connected to the base and emitter terminal is connected to the negative of the VEE, that is battery. So minus to minus, plus to plus. Therefore, at the input circuit, that is emitter and base, in between emitter and base, now the emitter junction is under forward bias. Next, coming to the collector side, collector junction. The collector junction should be always in reverse bias. In order to make the collector junction reverse bias, the collector is made up of with N-type material because it is an NPN transistor. So, N material should be connected to positive in order to make the junction reverse bias. Next, base to negative. Now, the collector junction is in reverse bias. Okay. These biasing voltages VEE and VCC are connected in order to work the transistor in proper way. Proper way means whenever you are applying input signal at the input side, that should be passed through the transistor without any interruption. To pass the input signal through the transistor circuit, we have connected VEE VCC to make emitter base junction in forward bias, collector base junction in reverse bias. Only VEE VCC are connected for this reason only, not other reason. Okay, now we are applying signal at the input side, that is input signal in between emitter and base. Input signal, which is an AC, the representation in circle, that is AC, sinusoidal signal. Signal is applied. By applying the signal into input terminals, the signal will flow through emitter junction, next collector junction, and the output can be measured across the output terminals, which are collector and base, in between which a load resistor is connected. Across load, how much current is flowing, that current into resistance RL. IC into RL gives the output voltage VO. This is the basic phenomena of a circuit. Okay, this is the basic circuit by using the transistor. Is it clear? So coming to the common emitter configuration. The common emitter configuration circuit diagram is shown in this figure. Here also same VEE, VCC, both are biasing voltages. Both are biasing voltages in order to make transistor in active. Okay, so first apply the input signal across the input terminals which are base and emitter, and measure the output signal across the collector and emitter which are output terminals. See. Okay, so input signal may be an AC signal, that is a sinusoidal signal. The symbol here signal in circle, that is sinusoidal, sine wave, by which the transistor can be work according to the input. The output can be measured across the output terminals by using a load resistor which is connected between output terminals, collector and emitter. Okay, now the output voltage VO is equal to the current which is flowing through the resistor and the resistance value. IC into RL gives VO. Similarly, common collector configuration. Here also same, except that in between these two circuits almost both are similar except emitter terminal and collector terminal are interchanged. Remaining all are same. Okay. In the common collector, collector terminal should be made common to input and output. Okay. Now the output terminal is emitter and input terminal is base. Okay. The input can be applied across the input terminals which are base and collector signal, and the output is measured across output terminals which are emitter and collector across RL. VO is equal to IE into RL. Okay, these are the circuit diagrams. Okay, if the question is asked to draw only the circuit diagram, you have to draw only the circuit diagrams and explain each and every circuit component. Okay, if it is the characteristics or the working principle, again we have to learn something more. So coming to the cutoff, saturation and active regions. Let us discuss what is cutoff, saturation and active regions after discussing this characteristic curve. Okay, here this is the complete circuit diagram of common emitter configuration. Nothing is there in between the previous CB configuration circuit diagram and this circuit diagram. Both are same, except here it includes MA is milliammeter, ammeters. VEB, VCB, both are voltmeters. 2 voltmeters, 2 ammeters. Ammeters are used to measure the currents, input current and output current. And VEB, VCB, both are voltmeters to measure the voltage across input as well as output respectively. Here VEE and VCC. VEE, here arrow mark is used at VEE and VCC. The arrow mark indicates that is variable voltage. Variable voltage means the voltage, the applied voltage is not constant. Sorry. Okay, the applied voltage may not be constant. Okay, here what should be done? Vary VEE and VCC. Okay, first what should be done is, in order to get input characteristics means the input voltage and input current. There's a graph drawn between input voltage and input current. Here the input voltage is VEB, input current is IE, because the input terminals are emitter and base. Therefore, the input current and voltages which are represented at the input circuit. Next, output characteristics. Output characteristics also drawn in between voltage and currents only, but which are measured across the output terminals, which are collector and base. Okay, VCB and IC, which are the output voltage and current respectively. So, while measuring the input voltage and input current, output should be constant. This is the condition. Okay, to get output characteristics, input must be constant. Okay, these are the two conditions to draw the input and output characteristics of this particular configuration. It is a common base configuration for which the input characteristics are drawn here, below figure. So, VI characteristics, volt, amp or voltage and current characteristics. Which voltage and which current? Input voltage and input current. What is input voltage here? VEB. What is input current here? IE. So, the input characteristics of common base configuration can be drawn in between input voltage VEB and input current IE, where when output voltage VCB is constant. Keep VCB as constant or output voltage constant. Now vary the VEE input voltage. Accordingly, measure input voltage and input current by using voltmeter and current meter respectively. Okay, for measuring values of VEB and IE, draw in a graph. You will get the characteristic curve like this. Here the input characteristics VBE, VEB and IE are drawn like this. For VCB is equal to 5 volts is got one curve, and for VCB value 10 volts you will get another curve. Okay, for different values of output voltages, for constant output voltages, different curves will be obtained. Why? Because the collector base junction value will be changes based on the VCB value changing. Okay, when output is constant, whatever the input characteristics you will get, these are similar to forward bias characteristics of a PN junction, normal PN junction. Okay, PN diode, normal forward bias characteristics, how looks like, the same characteristic curves will be appear for input characteristics of common base configuration. Okay, next output characteristics. Similarly, to draw the output characteristics, keep input current as constant. Input as constant. Here the input current is taken as constant value. So the output characteristics are drawn in between output voltage and output current. Output voltage is VCB and output current is IC, for which input current constant values you will get different curves. For IE is equal to 0 amps you will get one curve. IA is equal to 0.5 amps, 1 amp, 1.5, 2, 2.5 and so on. For different IA values, keep IA as constant. Now vary the output voltage and measure the output current. You will get different values. From that values, you can draw a characteristic curve by taking a graph. That graph appears like this. Now, these output characteristics of common base configuration has been divided into three regions. Cutoff region, one is cutoff region. The cutoff region is shown here, which appears below IA is equal to 0 amps current. Below the region of IA is equal to 0 amps curve, that is called cutoff region. Next, active region, where the curve is flat response, those region is called active region. The flat response can be appear from 0, 0 to right side region. Right side of the IC is appear to be flat response. That flat response region is called active region, has been taken as active region. Next, saturation region. Left to the characteristic curves of IC, that is left side region is nothing but saturation region. So these cutoff region, active region and saturation region now can be discussed. Cutoff region here, 2.2 cutoff region. The transistor is said to operate in cutoff region when both the emitter junction and collector junction are reverse biased. Both the junctions are reverse biased. How? Let us see here. From this curve, IA is equal to 0 amps. Below value, IA is equal to 0. When IA is equal to 0, means the input current is 0. For the emitter, the input without applying any input current means the input is open circuit. When the input is open circuit, what will happen? As the emitter and base should be connected to forward bias, but here no forward bias at the input side. Therefore, it can be considered as a reverse bias because it is not a forward bias. So definitely other one is reverse bias. Now we can assume the input junction, that is emitter and base junction, may be considered as reverse bias. Of course, output is always in reverse bias. Therefore, the cutoff region is nothing but the input emitter junction. The transistor is said to be operated in cutoff region when both the emitter junction and collector junction are reverse biased. Both junctions are in reverse bias. In cutoff region, the transistor acts as an open switch because no input. Therefore, it is open switch. Next, active region. Active region is as usual. The transistor is said to be active when the emitter junction is forward bias and collector junction is reverse bias. Normal condition only. In the active region, the transistor is used as an amplifier. This is very important. In the active region, the transistor is used as an amplifier. Means in the active region, by applying input, immediately you will get output. Okay. Next, third one, saturation region. The transistor is said to be operating in saturation region when both the emitter junction and collector junction are in forward biased. Okay, from this characteristic curve, we can define this left side portion is called saturation region. So left side portion means the VCB is negative actually it should be 0, but immediately by applying voltage at the input side, immediately it won't allow the flow of current. It takes some time. When it is forward biased, when the input is forward biased, immediately it won't accept. It takes some time. So that voltage may be considered as a positive voltage or negative voltage. Here left side means negative voltage. So this negative voltage may be taken for output voltage VCB, therefore minus VCB here, but at the output side already it is in the reverse bias. So minus into minus plus may be considered the output junction, that is collector junction is in forward bias. These are assumptions only, not exact. Okay, now the saturation region is nothing but both junctions, that is emitter junction and collector junctions, are in forward bias. In the saturation region, the transistor acts as a closed switch. Okay, in cutoff region is open switch and saturation region it is closed switch. So the combination of cutoff and saturation, complete switch. The transistor now acts as a switch in cutoff and saturation region. Whereas in the active region, it is active. The name itself, it is active, means immediately applying input, it gives the response, it gives the output. Therefore active. Okay, here it is given in a tabular form. The region active, cutoff, saturation, emitter base junction, collector base junction and application. So in the active region, emitter base junction is forward bias, collector base junction is reverse bias. The application of active region is amplifier. Next, in cutoff region, emitter base junction is reverse biased, collector base junction is reverse biased. Both are reverse biased. Open switch. Saturation region, both the junctions are forward biased. It closed switch. Okay. Next, common emitter configuration. This is CB configuration input characteristics of common base configuration and output characteristics of common base configuration. Next, common emitter configuration, circuit diagram. Okay, this is also same. At the input side, a ammeter and voltmeter to measure input current and input voltage. And at output side, an ammeter and voltmeters are connected to measure the output voltage and output current. The remaining circuitry is same. VBB is the input voltage, VCC is the output voltage. So to get the input characteristics, keep output as constant, output voltage as constant. To measure the output characteristics, keep input current as constant. Okay, similarly, common base configuration. This is the input characteristics of common emitter configuration. By keeping output voltage as constant, VC is equal to 15 volts, VC is equal to 10 volts, VC is equal to 5 volts, 0 volts, like that. For constant output voltage, vary the input voltage VBE and measure the output input current IB. Draw the waveform. By taking a graph, you will get the input characteristics like this. Okay. Next, output characteristics. This is the output characteristics of common emitter configuration. By keeping input current IB as constant here. The input current initially 0 amps, IB is equal to 0 amps, IB is equal to 10 microamps, 20 micro, 30 micro, 40 micro, 50 micro and 60 micro and so on. Here from the output characteristics, we can divide the output characteristics into three regions. Cutoff region which is below the IB is equal to 0 amps, no current. Active region, the flat ran surface. Next left side portion of the active region is saturation region. Okay, as we know, in the cutoff region, both the junctions are in reverse bias. In saturation region, both the junctions are in forward bias. Whereas in active region, the input junction, emitter junction is forward bias and output junction, collector junction is reverse biased. Similarly, the common collector configuration. Here, collector is connected to ground, which is connected to input side and as well as output side, and emitter is taken as output terminal, base is input terminal. Okay. This is the input characteristic curves. These are the input characteristic curves. The input characteristic curves drawn between VBC and IB. VBC, IB are the input voltage and input current when the VCE output voltage is constant. VEC is equal to 4 volts, 2 volts and so on. Okay, the characteristic curves. The thick line shows the characteristic curves of the common collector configuration. Next figure, this graph shows the output characteristics of common collector. Okay, these output characteristics are drawn between output voltage VEC versus output current IE. By keeping input current as constant IB, for different values of IB, vary the VCE and measure the IE. By drawing the output characteristic by taking a graph, you will get the characteristic curves like this. Okay, since the input characteristics and output characteristics are drawn between voltage versus current, therefore from this voltage and current you can measure the resistance. Input resistance can be obtained from this graph by taking the slope of this graph. You will get the input resistance. Similarly, output resistance. By taking the slope of the curve of output characteristics is calculated by taking the graph of this curve. Or simply take 2 points from the graph, difference between those two values by extending on the voltage line VBC by V by I is equal to resistance. Therefore, VBC, delta VBC by delta IB, you will get the input resistance. Delta means difference. Maximum value minus minimum value. Delta VBC by delta IB. You will get input resistance. Next, output resistance is also delta VEC by delta IE. Means difference between 2 points of the output voltage divided by difference between 2 points of IE is the output resistance. For any characteristic curve, that may be for CB configuration or CE configuration or CC configuration, can be calculated input resistance from the input graph, output resistance from the output graph. Okay, let us stop here. Okay. Up to now we have discussed about 3 different configurations of transistor, that is common base, common emitter and common collector configurations, and circuit diagrams for these three configurations and working principle of these three configurations and VI characteristics of these three configurations, that is input characteristics of these three configurations and output characteristics of these three configurations have been discussed, and also how to calculate the input resistance and output resistance from the graph we have discussed. Let us stop here.